Today's Tips du Jour mailbag question comes to us from Virginia. Robert, I have some nicks and dings on my classical guitar soundboard. I want to refinish the top using your online French polish course. How do I fill the fingernail marks and other dings on the top? Randy in Virginia. Well, Randy, congratulations for undertaking this. It's a pretty ambitious job, but it can certainly be done. There's usually two things that I use to fix dings and fingernail marks and things in a soundboard. Either a water-based transparent pore fill or CA glue or cyanoacrylate glue. And depending on what I'm dealing with, each case is different, is the product I will choose. Now, I have a guitar on my bench right now. It's a cedar top, and I'll show you which product I'm going to use and why. So like I said, Randy, there's two products I use, either a water-based pore fill. In this case, I use Aqua Coat, or a cyanoacrylate glue, and in this case, I would use Glue Boost. However, on this particular guitar, I'm not going to use the CA glue. I'm going to use the water-based transparent pore filler from Aqua Coat. Here's the reason why. This guitar is a cedar top guitar, and it's a double top. In other words, that top is extremely thin. When I'm using the Glue Boost products, fill and finish, you have to get it all back off and just level the low area, and sometimes that involves a razor and some sanding, and sometimes you get into the wood. This is a double top. That would be extremely bad if I went through that very thin layer of double top. So I'm going to use the water-based finish from Aqua Coat, the water-based pore filler from Aqua Coat, and let me show you how I do that. So I'm going to start just by giving the guitar a quick bath here in some naphtha. The reason for that is I want to clean off any old waxes or polishes or anything that's on there that would keep any type of other product on the top from adhering. And so we're just going to clean it up real good. Now, some of these scratches and dings are so small that you may not even be able to see them here on the camera, but there's quite a few back here in this area. There's a few below the rosette area, the sound hole, and a big long scratch in there. Some small stuff over here. I've seen much worse, let's put it that way. However, this person just couldn't sleep at night, wanted the guitar to look new again. And I even have a little story about that. I don't remember who told me, and I don't remember who it was about, but somebody said that there was a famous classical maker. Anytime he would get a guitar into his shop that looked pristine, he'd say, "What's wrong with your guitar? You don't want to play it." Because if you enjoy your guitar and playing it, you're always going to get some of these little small finger marks and dings and stuff. However, some people just can't live with it, so let's go ahead and repair it. So I just take a little dab of the Aqua Coat here. What I'm using is a hard rubber pad that I got from 3M, and I just rub it on there and squeegee it off. Work it into all the low areas there, any of your blemishes. Like back here in this area, there's some pretty deep gouges and scratches, so I'm just going to wipe it right on there like that. Same thing here, there's a pretty big scratch right there. Something else you want to be careful about if you decide to use the Glue Boost or any other cyanoacrylate based product, especially on cedar, it has a tendency to go dark. And so you want to seal those areas up with some shellac really good before you start getting that CA glue in there, because it will stain, and then you'll see those blemishes a little bit more. Now all I'm doing is leveling these things, so you're still going to kind of see them, but they'll be level under the finish. I'm not God, I'm also not a magician, but we always do the best we can. One of the good things about this product is it dries very quickly. Once it dries, I'm coming in and I'm leveling everything with some 600 grit paper. I don't want to get too aggressive with the paper because this is a double top. It's very thin, so be careful, boys and girls. All right, once you get it all level, then come in and apply as many coats as needed to get that build back up so that everything is level. Once everything's level, then you're ready to start French polishing. So there you go, Randy. Happy finishing.